Hello guys and welcome to News of the Week. Iran, it seemed like bombed Israel or something in response to Israel and bombing Iran. And that's my whole thing about it. It's like, who bombed who first? Remember when you were a kid and your brother, when you had a big fight and left a hole in the wall? I adopt the philosophy of whoever can say, he started it, should be vindicated of all crimes. So I don't know who started it. Palestine, Israel. But when I find out, I'm going to fight against them. How will Ireland do in World War III? Well, Ireland did kind of shit in World War One and Two. We didn't even join in. I think that's a good idea, especially now. It's safe to assume that Ireland has an affirmative action military. I think in the police in Ireland, it's like, oh, if you're a male, you have to know how to do 20 press-ups. If you're a woman, you do 15 girl press-ups. But it's like, why is that the case? Because in the natural world, people don't give one fuck about affirmative action. When the tiger hunts down the lamb, he doesn't say, oh, 80% of the people I've killed this month has been lambs. I don't want to seem lamb-phobic. I better go after a gazelle next time. You know what I'm saying? So these fucking Northside junkies don't give a shit that a woman was only required to run a mile in 7 minutes as opposed to her male counterparts who had to do it in 6 minutes. The junkie's just fucking running. And he's on crack and he's got no meat in his bones. He's fast. So I can only imagine that the Irish military is full of fat women. We ain't ready to go to war with a load of Iranians who've had facial hair since they were 11 and who believe in God. They ain't afraid of the afterlife. They're going to kick our fucking heads in. And I'm not going to go to war for this country because I said in the last video, I've got shin splints. You know, if you think about who went to war for us in World War II, my grandfather fought the Nazis and beat the Nazis in World War II. And he did it for the sake of future generations. But now the future generations, if they heard what he had to say about different social issues, would call him a Nazi, a far-right Nazi. What thanks is that? Anybody who fought against the Nazis in World War II made a big mistake. We don't care about their sacrifice. So you're a real chump if you fight for your country. I'm going to identify as a woman, avoid the draft, go to women's jail and just, you know, hopefully meet a nice girl or something. The chicks I know ain't going to no war. The chicks I know, they love feminism, but the minute that draft is announced, they're going to sit at home and start a podcast. I am so anti-war and I am so anti-podcast. I just think we'd suit better kind of like an online war. Like if Elon Musk created some kind of metaverse where we could go to war via microaggressions or something. War from home. Zoom war. You know, Call of Duty style. And just set the rules and whoever loses, secedes territory here and there and just agreed the terms beforehand. It would just suit our temperament better. We're very sensitive now because we're living in a world now where the police are knocking on Joey Barton's door because he says women are shit at football. That's the level we're at. That's what we can handle. That's what we can't handle. So how the fuck are we going to handle a load of Iranian Muslim maniacs pointing rifles in our fucking faces and waterboarding us for information? So we need to chill the fuck out and make some serious compromises here.